Well, about a month ago, you actually posted on LinkedIn something about a book called The Culture Map by
Mm.
Erin Myers. And that's a pretty famous book, I think, in the world in which you work. Can you talk a little bit about how companies or groups can use frameworks like this, but then also stay mindful for the culture that they're thinking about, um, and, and not necessarily think about them as not necessarily a step-by-step method, but using it as a framework for how to think about. And I'm also aware that you've written two books yourself, so like how do you think about a paradigm like what Aaron Myers lays out in the culture map?
Yeah. So for those actually not familiar with this book, it's so Erin, you have that book.
Right here.
Yes,
Yep.
I'm in Malaysia at the moment, so I don't have the book with me. It's back in the
Sure.
UK. So Erin's book is about, so she created actually 8 dimensions
Yeah.
that focus very much on how people, basically she helped people to navigate cultural complexities when it comes to business communications. So
Hmm.
that include, you work with your colleagues from different backgrounds or vendors and suppliers relationships, that actually from one culture than the others. Or
Hmm.
a lot of examples she used in her book is about um, accusations of a company, like a Mexican company bought a German company or vice versa, and
Hmm.
then they have to, the managers and all the setup is very different. So she defined 8 dimensions that
Hmm.
actually help people to navigate. So one of them is, for example, is I can't remember. So one of them is about communication. So how you
Hmm.
communicate. Is that more like very straightforward, or actually I just talk? You have to read between the lines. And then the
Yep.
other one is giving feedback. Do you give direct feedback or very high level, so you get it, you get what I say, and so on. So she kind of
Yep.
defines that, and then she had the scale. So she plotted the countries along the scale for each of them. So Japan
Yeah.
might be like in this, on the left side of the scale, and then but on the other dimensions, Japan might be in the other scale, and so on.
Yeah.
So I the book is very useful because it's very much on business communication. I can see how it's useful for a lot of people that I talk to as well. They talk about when they work with people in different culture, that book has helped them to justify or rationalize why things are not being communicated very easily, or why things are not being done after being communicated, and so on.